Police are continuing the search this morning for a man who went missing in Portland's Old Port over the weekend.
Divers are heading back into the water to search for 23-year-old Matthew Foster. Search dogs led authorities to the area of Chandler's Wharf, and that is where Kelsey Fabian is this morning with the latest on the investigation. Kelsey?
Good morning, Sharon and Lee. This is the poster that decorates many of the telephone poles down along Portland's waterfront, and on it is the information about Matt Foster. He is 23 years old, he's from Scarborough, and he went missing from Portland's Old Port on Friday night. Now the search continues today, an underwater search that is, here around the Chandler's Wharf area. It was yesterday that a dive team searched the area here around Chandler's Wharf, and Portland police say it was a bloodhound that led them to this area, which is why they are now focusing on it. They have also been looking at video that was taken in the Old Port late Friday and early Saturday to see where Foster may have gone. Now, as they resume the search later this morning, they plan to add more divers and more equipment to the search. And coming up in our next half hour, we'll hear what police have to say about the search. Sharon and Lee.
All right, thanks, Kels, very much. A man accused of brutally attacking his pregnant girlfriend so severely that she's now blind has been found not criminally responsible for his actions.
Joshua Cole of Bangor beat the woman, and then he tried to strangle a neighbor who tried to stop him. He waived his right to a jury trial. The court found that Cole has a long history of mental illness, and his actions were because of that. A judge has ordered that Cole be placed in a treatment facility for people with mental illness. A man accused of drinking and driving in a crash that killed his own brother has been charged with manslaughter. Nicholas Spencer faces 2 felony counts, one for manslaughter, the other for aggravated OUI. Police say he was driving a pickup truck when it went off the county road in Milford, then struck a 4-ton boulder, then caught fire. Spencer's brother Matthew was killed in the crash. Spencer was also hospitalized himself for 2 months. He broke his arms, back, and neck. He's still in therapy for those injuries. Both his lawyer and his father said that because of his condition, staying in jail would not be safe. The judge agreed to release Spencer on $10,000 bail. After more than 14 hours, lawmakers in Washington have finished their talks on gun control.
This after the Orlando shootings where 49 people were killed last weekend. Katie Bavoso is here now with more on the talks in Washington. Katie?
That's right, Lee and Sharon. This is a very tense topic right now. The filibuster just ended a few hours ago. Both Democrats and Republicans say they have reached a deal, and there are going to be votes on whether or not to ban people on the government's terrorist watch list from getting gun licenses. They'll also vote on whether to expand background checks to gun shows and internet sales. For more on these votes and the lawmakers' deal, here's Tracy Potts in Washington.
The Senate stands adjourned until 10 a.m. this morning.
Democrats declared victory early this morning after speaking for more than 14 hours straight.
Is this slaughter not a wake-up call? Is it not enough to convince us to act? Where is our spine?
That is how
one of the victims
in this country who in question in your colloquy with the seniors.
We don't want terrorists to be able to walk in to a gun store and buy a gun. And we don't want an innocent law-abiding citizen to be denied his Second Amendment rights because he's wrongly on the list with a bunch of terrorists.
We still have to get from here to there.
This filibuster led by Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut, where emotions are still raw after the Sandy Hook school shooting.
Ask yourself, what can you do to make sure that Orlando or Sandy Hook never, ever happens again?
The majority leader.
Republican leaders agreed to 2 votes, universal background checks for gun shows and internet sales, and banning suspected terrorists on the no-fly list from buying guns.
The right thing is we don't sell to strangers. We don't sell to criminals. We don't sell to mentally unstable people.
There's no word this morning when those votes will happen. Also, Donald Trump says he wants to meet with the NRA, the National Rifle Association, on a so-called no-fly, no-buy law. The NRA says they're open to that. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
And in local politics, Governor LePage only has a few years left in office, but he's already talking about his retirement. He says when he's done being the governor of Maine, he may not stay in the state because of the income tax. At his 3rd town hall meeting this week in Aroostook County, he spoke to people in Halton about saving money. He says Mainers have a problem working together and that consolidating services saves money and could help the state save millions of dollars.
Starting tomorrow, travelers can enjoy the first direct flight from Bar Harbor to Portland, along with a new expanded service to New York.
Yeah, it's a first for that airport is what I'm trying to say. Justin Schreier is there now this morning with the details. Good morning, Justin.
Lee and Sharon, good morning. This announcement by Elite Airways will mark the first ever commercial jet service at Bar Harbor Airport. This move will allow passengers to travel direct between Portland and Newark, New Jersey, as well as continuing service to Vero Beach, Florida, and Long Island Islip. This will improve service for those both in and outside of the Bar Harbor area, giving those travelers another option. Airport manager Brad Madeira says he is excited to welcome their newest carrier and that it will open up new travel options for people around the world who visit Acadia National Park during the summer and give immediate access to the Bar Harbor area. Flights to Portland start at $79 each way, and to Newark they are $99 each way. Now the first Elite Airways flight will be arriving here tomorrow at around 3:30 this afternoon. Lee and Sharon, will send it back to you.
All right, Justin, thank you very much. Our time, 6:08.
Yep, and it looks like it's shaping up to be quite a nice stretch of weather here. Todd has the details.
You heard. You must have heard. Yeah, that's the rumor going around. We're in a really sweet stretch. It's going to continue through the weekend. I'll be back. I'll tell you all about it next.